this. We take this 72-year-old woman's hands covered in dark spots right here, and after consistent use of one simple blend, they start looking like this, smoother, brighter, more even. And I'm not talking about some expensive laser treatment or a $200 jar of cream from a department store. I'm talking about two ingredients you probably already have sitting in your kitchen right now. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Audrey Kingsley, and I've been practicing dermatology for over 30 years right here in the United States. And in that time, I've seen thousands of women walk into my office, sit down across from me, and say the same thing. Dr. Kingsley, I used to have such beautiful skin. What happened? And it breaks my heart every single time, because here's what most people don't realize. Dark spots are not just cosmetic. They're not just something you cover up with foundation and forget about. They are warning signs. They're your skin telling you, hey, I've been through a lot and I need some help. According to research published in the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology, more than 90% of people over the age of 60 develop some form of age-related hyperpigmentation. 90%. That means if you're watching this and you're over 60, chances are you're dealing with this right now. And I know how it feels. I've had patients tell me they stopped wearing short sleeves in the middle of July in Texas because they didn't want people staring at their arms. I've had women tell me they hide their hands under the table at restaurants. That's not just a skin issue. That's a quality of life issue. That's a confidence issue. And that's exactly why I'm making this video today. Now, before we get into the remedy, and yes, I'm giving you the full recipe right here in this video, no need to ask for it in the comments. I promise, let me first explain what's actually going on with your skin. Because when you understand the why, the how makes so much more sense. So let's talk about what these spots really are and why they seem to show up out of nowhere after 60. Here's the thing, they don't actually show up out of nowhere. I know it feels that way. You wake up one morning, look in the mirror and think, where did that come from? But what's really happening is that your skin has been fighting a quiet battle for decades. Every time you spent a summer afternoon at the beach, every time you drove with the sun hitting your left arm through the car window, every time you skipped the sunscreen because you figured you'd only be outside for a few minutes, your skin was absorbing that damage. And for years, maybe even decades, your skin handled it beautifully. It repaired itself, balanced out the pigment production, kept everything looking smooth and even. But after midlife, that repair system starts to slow down. The balance tips. And all that accumulated damage that was hidden beneath the surface finally becomes visible. Those brown spots, those age spots, those liver spots, whatever you want to call them, they're the result of years of sun exposure, hormonal shifts, and natural aging all catching up at once. But here's the part that matters most. This is not a dead end. This is not your skin giving up. Your skin is still alive, still responding, still capable of change, and that's what I want you to hold on to right now. Because too many women I see in my practice have already given up. They think the only options are expensive procedures or just learning to live with it. And I'm here to tell you that's simply not true. Let me tell you about something I've seen work in my own practice. Something backed by research from both the National Institutes of Health and Dermatology studies out of Japan, where they've been studying natural skin remedies for generations. It involves two ordinary foods, potato and ginger. Now, I know what you're thinking. Potato? Really, Dr. Kingsley? Like the potato I put in my soup? Yes, that potato. Let me explain why it works, because the science is actually fascinating. Potato contains an enzyme called catecholase. And what catecholase does is it helps regulate the overproduction of melanin, which is the pigment responsible for those stubborn dark spots. When your skin is producing too much melanin in one area, that's what creates that uneven, blotchy look. Catecholase gently nudges those pigment-producing cells back toward balance. On top of that, potato is rich in vitamin C, which is one of the most well-documented nutrients for brightening skin tone and supporting cellular repair. Both American and Japanese studies have confirmed this over and over. And here's the beautiful part. Unlike harsh chemical peels or prescription-strength retinoids that can irritate mature skin, potato delivers these benefits gently. It works with your skin, not against it. Think of it like a quiet corrector. It's not forcing anything. It's just encouraging your skin to do what it already knows how to do. Now, if potato is the gentle corrector, ginger is the energizer. Ginger increases circulation right at the site where you apply it. And why does that matter? Because circulation is what brings oxygen and fresh nutrients to your skin cells. It's what carries away the waste products and dead cells that make your complexion look dull and tired. At the same time, ginger contains powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that calm the very irritation that can make dark spots worse. So you've got this dual action happening. One hand is boosting renewal and energy, the other hand is calming inflammation and redness. When you combine potato and ginger together, the effect is genuinely more powerful than either one alone. The antioxidant pathways and the circulation pathways work together to improve cell turnover and pigment control in a way that's been observed in clinical settings, including in my own practice over the years. All right, so here's the part you've been waiting for, the actual recipe. And I'm keeping my promise. No games, no comment below to get it. It's right here, right now. Here's what you need. 1 fresh raw potato and a thumb-sized piece of fresh ginger. That's it. Start by washing the potato thoroughly. You don't need to peel it, but make sure it's clean. Then grate it, skin and all, into a small bowl. When you grate it, you're going to see the juice start to release. That juice is where the active enzymes live, so don't drain it off. You want that moisture. Next, take your piece of ginger, peel it, and grate it right into the same bowl with the potato. Mix them together until you've got a moist, spreadable paste. You're looking for a consistency that's not too watery and not too dry. It should hold together on your fingers without dripping everywhere. Now, here's something really important. Freshness matters. These are living plant compounds, not chemicals, in a jar with a 2-year shelf life. The enzymes and antioxidants are most active right after you grate them. So don't make a big batch on Sunday and stick it in the fridge for the week. Ideally, you prepare a fresh batch each time you use it. If you absolutely have to, you can store a small amount for one day, but fresh is always better. To apply it, gently spread the paste onto the areas where you have dark spots. Use soft circular motions as you apply it. This isn't just about getting the paste on your skin. The circular massage actually boosts circulation to that area, which helps the compounds penetrate more effectively. But please be gentle. We're not scrubbing a pot here. Mature skin is delicate, and harsh pressure can cause more irritation than good. Leave it on for about 20 minutes. Set a timer on your phone, put on some music, have a cup of tea. This is your time. 20 minutes is the sweet spot because it's long enough for the antioxidants and enzymes to do their work, but not so long that you risk irritation from overexposure. After 20 minutes, rinse it off with lukewarm water. Not hot, not cold, lukewarm. And here's a little bonus tip. After you rinse, if you want to take it up a notch, apply a thin layer of raw honey to the area before your moisturizer. Honey is a natural antimicrobial, and it locks in moisture beautifully. It works synergistically with the potato and ginger to reduce irritation and keep your skin hydrated. Then finish with a light natural moisturizer. Aloe vera gel works wonderfully for this. It seals in all the benefits and prevents that tight, dry feeling. Now let me set your expectations because I want to be honest with you. After that very first application, most people feel an immediate difference. Your skin will feel cool, refreshed, almost like it's taken a deep breath. The surface often looks a little brighter and feels smoother to the touch, and that's a great sign. It means the circulation has been stimulated and the compounds have been absorbed. But the dark spots themselves, they're not going to vanish overnight. Anyone who tells you that is selling you something. The visible lightening happens gradually, building week by week with consistent use. Most of my patients start to notice subtle changes within the first 1 to 2 weeks. The edges of the spots start to soften. The color becomes less sharp, less defined. And by the end of a month, the difference is usually visible enough that someone else might notice and say, "Hey, your skin looks great. What have you been doing?" For best results, I recommend using this 3 to 4 times per week. Consistency is the keyword here. Think of it like exercise. You wouldn't go to the gym once and expect to be in shape, right? Same principle. This is an ongoing partnership with your skin. And when you sustain it for weeks and months, the transformation can be truly remarkable, not just in the spots themselves, but in your overall skin tone and vitality. Now, I also want to talk about what happens beyond the paste, because the remedy alone can only do so much if you're not supporting it with the right habits. Number one is hydration. Drink your water, ladies. I cannot stress this enough. Water is the fuel that carries nutrients to your skin cells and flushes out waste. Without adequate hydration, even the best remedy in the world is going to struggle. Your skin's renewal process depends on a well-hydrated environment. So aim for at least 8 glasses a day, more if you're active or live somewhere hot. Number two is sleep. Most of your cellular repair and collagen production happens at night while your body is in recovery mode. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're essentially undoing the progress you made during the day. Your spots stay darker, healing takes longer, and your skin never quite catches up. 7 to 8 hours. Make it a priority. Number three is diet. Load up on antioxidant-rich foods. Berries, leafy greens, colorful vegetables, sweet potatoes, bell peppers. These provide the building blocks your skin needs for repair, and they reduce the oxidative stress that fuels pigmentation in the first place. And number four, the one everybody forgets, is sun protection. I know. You've heard it 1,000 times. But here's something that might surprise you. Research from both the United States and Japan clearly shows that unprotected sun exposure at 60 or 70 accelerates age spots and wrinkles just as much as it does at 30. It doesn't matter that the damage has already been done. If you don't protect your skin going forward, new spots will form faster than old ones can fade, no matter what remedy you're using. So please wear your sunscreen. SPF 30 minimum every single day, even if you're just driving to the grocery store. Even on cloudy days. This is non-negotiable. Now, I do want to address something important, and I feel strongly about this. Not every dark spot is a harmless age spot, and it's critical that you know the difference. A typical age spot is flat, has a uniform color, develops slowly over years, and stays stable once it appears. What should concern you is a spot that grows quickly, develops irregular or uneven borders, or shows multiple colors like brown mixed with red or black. If a spot is bleeding, crusting, or itching, that's a red flag. That's not something you treat at home with potato and ginger. That's something you take to a dermatologist immediately. I've been practicing for over 30 years, and I can tell you that early detection saves lives. So don't panic about every mark on your skin, but do stay observant. Do regular skin checks, either at home with a good mirror and good lighting, or with your doctor during your annual checkup. A large but stable spot is usually nothing to worry about. A small but rapidly changing one could be something that needs attention. When in doubt, get it checked out. And since some of you have been asking about more severe hyperpigmentation, the deeper, wider kind that doesn't seem to respond to gentle remedies, I want to address that too. For deeper pigmentation, especially on the face, the same principles apply, but you may need to be more patient and more consistent. You can also talk to your dermatologist about combining natural approaches with clinical treatments. There's no shame in that. The goal is healthy, happy skin, however you get there. Before I wrap up, I want to talk about something that doesn't get discussed enough: the emotional side of all this. Dark spots aren't just a cosmetic concern. I've watched women lose confidence over them. I've seen patients who stopped going to social gatherings because they felt self-conscious about their hands or their face. I've heard women say they feel 10 years older than they actually are, all because of what they see in the mirror. And that breaks my heart because these are vibrant, beautiful, incredible women who deserve to feel that way. Here's what I've noticed in my practice. When the skin starts to brighten, even just a little, something shifts inside too. Women start smiling more in photos. They stop hiding their hands. They wear that sleeveless blouse again. They stand a little taller, and that confidence ripples outward into everything else. They start taking walks outside. They reconnect with friends. They take better care of themselves in general because they feel seen and valued again. The transformation is both visible and deeply internal. It's skin and spirit healing together. And that's why I believe these small daily rituals matter so much more than people think. So, here's what I want you to take away from today. Age spots are not a life sentence. They are not proof that your best days are behind you. They are simply an invitation to care for your skin in a kinder, more intentional way. With patience, consistency, and just a little bit of attention, anyone can see a change and regain confidence at any age. Your skin has carried you through decades of living, laughing, working, and loving. It remembers every sunburn, every summer, every chapter of your story. But with care, it also remembers how to glow again. And that is the promise of patience and gentle daily practice. If this video helped you today, please give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend or a sister or a mom who might need to hear this. Subscribe to Dr. Audrey Kingsley so you don't miss the next one, because I've got more coming, including a video on natural skin tag removal that so many of you have been requesting. And remember, your health story is still being written, one small, beautiful choice at a time. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves.